David, do people in Washington think they're in relative decline?
Well, thank you, John, and thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. I must say at the outset that I'm acting in a personal capacity, and so therefore my comments do not reflect the U.S. government or the National Intelligence Council. I agree in many of the things that the two previous speakers said, and I wanted to start off actually with a story of when I was 16 years old. I got my driver's license, which is a dangerous thing in the United States. And my father decided to give me a car. And, of course, I was expecting a brand new car, and he gave me a very old car, one of his hand-me-downs. And it was great. I could change the oil. I could do a lot of maintenance on it. I could fix the starter. Now I have a nice modern car, which has computers and computer chips, and it costs me thousands of euros or dollars to change a light bulb on the headlight. It's very advanced, and when it works, it's great. But it's fragile, and it can break down easily. Mm-hmm. And it's harder for me, by myself, to fix it. And I think, in some ways, there are many things that are, many lessons that we can draw from the previous years to help us in the current situation. Mm-hmm. Because what I remind myself is that my first car and my current car are still cars. They get us from point A to point B. How we manage the maintenance is the real key. And I think, to get at your other question, Washington doesn't view itself in quite those stark terms. Washington has always, from my view, looked to work with others where possible. And I'm reminded of another famous general, General Eisenhower, who basically, in a speech in 1952, told a meeting of folks at SHAPE that the definition of national strength was not economic strength plus military strength plus political will, but it was a multiplier. So it was the combination. And if you had any one of those that was zero, it was all zero. And I think that's the kind of thing we need to confront and wrestle with, which is how do we not overemphasize one aspect and then underestimate the other and then have a suboptimal outcome in the end.